Hey everyone, this is Prakash and I'm back with another video. This time it's based upon one of my security features which I always wanted to implement. Uh, Let me tell you what we are expecting quickly. What is our goal? Our goal is to upload a file on a server. Let's say this is the file. I'm gonna delete it. It's deleted. It's no more here. As you can see, now this is my server. These are the files on my server, and let me just quickly refresh my server. So I have to stop it, Control C, enter, and then clear. Now we have a clear screen. Now all we have to do is just start our server, and as you can see, my virtual environment is all set. It's I'm in my virtual environment, and hit enter. And let me quickly show you the dependencies which I have on my virtual environment. These are the dependencies I have in my virtual environment. These are libraries, modules, whatever you call it, are essential for this project to work, and these are available in this virtual environment which I have created, which is of course a server. And it's running on the it says it's running on localhost. Hold on a second. It's running on this address. So control and click. It will directly take us to this link. It should have taken me to this. Okay, okay, we got it. Now it's currently logged in. Okay, not a problem. Because I am logged in, so I cannot do anything as of now. Or if I want to, let's say if I am a new user, I have to log in. This is someone else's system. Let's say I have to log in with my credentials. So I just have to hit the logout route. And now there we go, we are logged out. And if I go to the index route, I will be presented with a uh, form wherein I can fill my credentials. Earlier, as you noticed, it was showing you are currently logged in. Now I have logged out. Now I can put my credentials. Now a new user can put his or her credentials and get his file uploaded to the server. So the idea is to upload a server on the server. The idea is to upload a file or a data or whatever, PDF file, image file, or whatever, any sort of data to the server. And on the server, see, there's no image file. I'm going to upload an image file. As you can see, there's no image file. We'll see how it gets uploaded. So to upload the image file, I need to provide valid credentials. My valid credentials are username and password. To keep it simple, I have made it that way. So once I get this thing correct, my valid credentials, once I give valid credentials, a token is generated. This token is very crucial for my security. This an invalid user cannot get this token. Let's say I'll log out. Sorry, my bad. Let's say if I log out and I just have to hit log out and I give my bad credentials. So let's see what happens. I shouldn't be able to get a token. Let's see if that happens or not. I give some bad credential which is not registered, and okay, so okay, see, unable to verify. That means I am not registered user. I don't have any credentials. I'm not registered. I'm just a random person wandering on internet. So I am not allowed to enter this private domain, which is a good thing, which is a very good thing for security concern. All right, so back to our login page where we have generated a valid token. Okay, I hope we are currently logged in, or if not, let me quickly just copy paste this token because we're gonna need it. All right, Control C. Let's see if I'm logged in or not. Okay, I'm not logged in. I have to log in with my valid credentials, password. I hit enter. I got the token. Let me copy paste. Each time it is supposed to generate a new token, but for simplicity, I'm just creating a one single same token, uh, and the format is same as JWT token, which stands for JSON Web Token. And another security feature is encryption, which I have tried to implement here through a cryptograph library of Python, Flask Python. So yeah, so I have used cryptograph library of Flask and JWT for authentication, and this cryptography for encryption. Okay, so let's see what happens now. If I try to, now my aim is to upload a file. So I need to go to the route where I could upload a file. So what route is that? Of course, it would be known to anyone. Like if you are browsing, it's not a complete website. It's just a demonstration for the security feature. So I'm doing it everything manually. It can be automated definitely. So yeah, okay. Let's go to the upload route. I just have to hit upload file route, and then I'll be presented with this interface where I can upload a file. I have chosen a file. I got this opportunity like to choose a file. I can choose file from anywhere from my system. This file, anyone. Let's pick this file. This is let me correct this. Okay, let's not pick this one. Let's pick this one, resume.pdf. Okay, and then I have picked this resume.pdf. Okay, so I can just quickly open it. So it shows that resume.pdf is loaded, and I just have to hit upload. Once I hit the upload button, it should be in my, it shows missing token. Okay, that's not alarming, don't be alarmed. The idea is to get that file on the server, and let's see if we have that file on the server. Okay, we got the file in the server, and it's all in encrypted format. It's encrypted, totally encrypted, as you can see this. Whereas if you go to my system and if I browse that file, uh, that file is located somewhere here. So if I open this file, this is not encrypted. As you can see, it will take a moment to open up, and you can see this nice PDF, whatever it is, in a normal standard format. But the interesting part is once it's got uploaded on the server, it's encrypted. It's entirely encrypted. No one can see it other than me, unless I provide a valid credentials. Even I cannot see. Even I cannot download. So it's saved in an encrypted manner. So if one were to use it, either he has to be an admin to know these credentials, these key, encryption key, and a valid username password. These two things are required in order to generate JWT. So together, this key, encryption key, and JWT will help us to get the file back. Now it's encrypted, and let's say if I delete it from my system, let's say if I'm moving to trash. Okay, move to trash. Now also in downloads, there's nowhere Let's check if it's in the download. Okay, it's not nowhere in the download. Okay, there it is. But it's another file. No, not a big deal. It's Prakash Tiwari. That is resume.4. So our aim is to get the file back here in the downloads folder from the encrypted token with from the encrypted file by bypassing by validating ourselves as an authentic user using the JWT token. So idea is that I need to validate myself that I am an authentic user. Then only I'll get an interface to download the file. All right. So what is the route to get to the download interface? Well, it's known to everyone. Like it will be known to everyone. It will be on the website. You just have to. It will be a sort of link. Since it's an API, so I have to put everything manually. That is download file. Okay, download file is not download file slash file name. Let's try resume 4.pdf. Missing token. I cannot download. See, it's interesting. Yeah, this is what we are expecting. It's a good thing that unless we don't have the token, we cannot go to the download route. Otherwise, anyone can just copy paste this URL on his system and get to the download interface, which we will see in a moment. So once I give a valid token, question mark equals control V. Okay, token equals here this has to be token equals, and there we go. So we got this. We gave a valid token, and we hit this route, and now I am presented with a nice interface where I can just download the file. So let's say if I hit enter, if I press download, okay, now it has taken me to a route where I again have to give my credentials. It's authenticated. I'm authenticated, but still download has not happened. So this is remember that was a download file route. This is auth route. So I'll discuss this in a moment why this has been done. So now once I give my valid credentials, valid JWT token, so I'll be able to download a file. Let's see if that happens. So again, question mark token equals my token. All right, I got the file here. As you can see, it's downloaded. Let's see if well, two things we want to check now: whether it has been downloaded or not, and if yes, whether it's in encrypted format or decrypted format. We want it to be in decrypted format because we want to read the file. We just downloaded the file. Earlier it was present in the server as an encrypted file here, but now we have downloaded it, and in downloads it should be in the download somewhere. Let me reopen. It has definitely been downloaded. Okay, there we go. This is the file, and good thing is this is the decrypted one. I can read it. I can actually read it. So it actually worked. So what we have achieved is we have encrypted the file and uploaded it on the server, which got encrypted, and in order to download it back, we had to give valid credentials in order to get a valid token. Once we get the valid token, we were able to allow to download my this little file. It could be any credential like a bank statement or any very sensitive data or highly protected. It's very highly protected with 2 layers of very strong security. It's hard to break. This is something I always wanted to implement, and here I have implemented. And if you guys are interested in the code, here is the code. Here's all the API written. I'll upload it on my GitHub repository from where you can download the code, and this is the requirements.txt. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and take care.